Hello and welcome to this new Android development tutorial. This is part 5 of how to make a camera application for Android. In previous tutorials we set up permissions, the UI, some features like taking photos and checking for flash and all of that. In this video we will continue fixing our code, making it more efficient and also adding more functionality to it. If we run the app right now, we can check the current state that we left in the previous tutorial, so let's run to make sure everything is working fine. Okay, so the app is now running right here on the emulator, as you can see, and we can move the camera around. And we have three buttons right here. So let me see if I can hide this. So I have three buttons: effects, take photo, and switch camera. Okay, so the effect one didn't work on the emulator, and the take photo one actually worked, and the switch camera also worked. Okay, as you can see, it is working. Okay, great. So we now will maybe check when we rotate the device how it looks like. So if we rotate, we can see the rotation of the camera right here. If we rotate it again, we can see this again. Okay, so let's do a couple of changes in our IDE. Right here we're gonna go and we're gonna go to our Android manifest.xml, and the orientation we will set of the activity will be orientation full user. Okay, and we will run the app again to check how it behaves with this new setting right here. So we're installing it, we're running it now, and if we switch these, we can kind of observe what's going on with these orientations. Okay, the problem with these is that maybe we have to get and override the configuration changed method. However, we already have a configuration rotation listener. But let's see if this makes this a little bit better maybe. Okay, we're gonna go and write override public void on configuration changed. Okay, and the parameter will be configuration C, for example. Okay, and don't forget to import the configuration library right here. Okay, and inside here we're gonna say super dot on configuration and so here's a typo, configuration changed on the configuration changed, and we will pass the C object. Okay, and here what we will do when we get this, we will rotate the camera. Okay, let's run again to see if it keeps working. Maybe in some devices this won't work, and some others it will maybe work. So let's figure out what's going on. Okay, so here we have our application, and now let's show this bar, and let's rotate the phone, and it's being rotated. Okay, let's rotate again. It's still rotated. So for some devices this will be kind of a fix. For others it would be kind of the same as previously. Okay, so that's good. Now we will continue to do more work on our application. Right now it's able to take pictures and to toggle the flash and those basic features. Okay, but maybe we also want to record video, right? So we will go to activity main and create a new button right here, maybe after the take photo button. So we will open an element and type button, then we're gonna say width to 0 dp, height to match parent, and weight to 1. Okay, the ID of this button will be record video. Okay, and the text of these will be rec. Okay, now let's run the app to see if the button looks okay. So now we're compiling the app and running it. Okay, and now we can see that we have the effects, take photo, rec, and switch camera. Okay, which is cool. Okay, great. So we will go back to the Android Studio IDE, and here what we will do, we'll go to main-activity.java, and then we will go to the onResume method right here, as you can see, and inside this method we will add the new button we just created. So after the take photo button, we will add a new button. So we're gonna say final button record video button. Okay, we will set this to find view by ID, r.id that record video. Okay, then we're gonna say record video button that set on click listener, new on click listener, and inside these we will create a method which we will use to record the button. Okay, great. The first thing, we will have to know if the application is already recording or not when we click on this button. Okay, so for that we're gonna create a global variable, a global boolean variable, which we will call private static boolean is recording. Okay, and as default it will be set to false, right? Okay, so if we go back to our record video button right here, we can continue inside the onClick method. We're gonna check if is recording. Okay, so if is recording, what we're gonna do here, we will stop the video, right? Okay, so if it's recording, we will stop the video, and if it's not, we will start recording the video. Okay, so to record a video, what we have to do is we have to create a media recorder. We will create that as a global variable too. So below the is recording variable, we're gonna type private static media recorder. We will call it recorder, and we will set this to null. Okay, let me see, set to null. Okay, so we have created our recorder right now. Okay, which is great, of course. So the recorder is created, but now we have to initialize it right here. So if it's recording, we will stop it. So we're gonna say media recorder. Oh, we have to create a new recorder, right? So let's see. If it's recording, we will stop it, right? So to stop the video recorder, you're gonna say or actually recorder that stop, and we call the stop method. Recorder that stop, and we will also create a method that will enable us to release the media recorder. Okay, so we're gonna go after the onResume method, and right here we're gonna say private static void release media recorder. Okay, we will open the method, and inside here we're gonna say recorder that reset. Okay, then we're gonna say recorder that release. Then we're gonna say recorder equals null, and then we're gonna say mCamera. Actually, my camera. Oh, so the camera is not static, so I cannot access it from here. So maybe I can make the camera static. So we will go to here, and instead of private, we will go say private static camera. Right, so we can go back to our release media recorder method right here, and right here we're gonna say mCamera.lock. Okay, so that's basically our release media recorder method, right? Okay, so right now we will continue working in the video recorder. So if we go back to the record video button, and in the isRecorder if statement, we first set recorder that stop, then we're gonna call the method we created, which is release media recorder. Then we're gonna say is recording will be set to false. Okay, that's it. Okay, and now what we are gonna do is, if it's not recording, we will do the following. So we will create a method that will enable us to know if the media recorder is prepared or not. So we go again outside the onResume method, and right here we're gonna type private static boolean prepare video recorder. Okay, and inside this method we're gonna say the following: recorder will be set to new media recorder. Okay, then we're gonna say mCamera.unlock. Then we're gonna say recorder that set camera mCamera. Okay, then we're gonna set the audio source. So for that we're gonna say recorder that set audio source. Audio source. Okay, and what we're gonna do here, it's gonna pass media recorder that audio source that camcorder. Okay, so we are setting the audio source right there. Now we're gonna set the video source, so we're gonna say recorder that set video source. Set video source, and we'll set these to media recorder that video source that camera. Okay, great. Now we're gonna set the profile of the camcorder. So we're gonna say recorder that set profile and inside these we're gonna say camcorder profile. Oops, camcorder profile that get, and we'll say camcorder profile dot quality high for now. Okay, so high quality video. Okay, then we're gonna set the output file. Okay, for that we're gonna set recorder dot set output file, and we will set it to the method we created previously, which was called save file, and as parameter we will pass string string dot value of, okay, and we will pass environment dot get external storage public directory. Okay, so I will put this in a new line for better readability. Okay, so get external storage public directory, and we're gonna pass it environment that directory movies, for example. So there's the directory that we will pass these to. So before the last parenthesis we're gonna say plus dot mp4. So this is the output file we're gonna be using, and the extension of it is an mp4 video file. Okay, then we're gonna set the preview display. For that we're gonna say mmedia, okay, sorry, recorder that set preview display, and we will gonna say mpreview that get holder, get holder that, okay, this is method, so I have to call it method get holder that get surface. Okay, now we're gonna set the orientation of this, so we're gonna say recorder that set orientation hint, and we'll set this to rotation. Okay, now we're gonna open a try block, so it's try open, and we're gonna say recorder dot prepare, and we'll catch the exception right here. You're gonna exception E, for example. Okay, and after this, if we catch the exception, we will return false, which means we weren't able to prepare the video recorder. And if we don't catch it, we will return true, which means we were actually able to prepare the video recorder. Okay, so now we have created this prepare video recorder method, and what we're gonna do now will be the following. So we have to go back to our video button. So we go back to the video button. Where was it? So let me check. So right here. So when it's recording, we just stop it, and when it's not recording, we have to prepare the video recorder. For that, we're gonna say else if prepare video recorder, okay, and if it was successfully prepared, we're gonna say recorder dot start. Okay, so we start recording. Okay, and we're gonna set is recording to true. Okay, great. So now we are kind of set with this, but there's something missing here. So we want to record also audio, right? So we want to also require that permission to the user. So we're gonna go to our Android manifest file, and we will add an extra permission right here. You're gonna type uses permission record audio. Okay, so that's the permission we want, but we also have to get it from code. Okay, so we're gonna go and where we define our permissions right here, we're gonna add a new one by typing manifest.permission.record audio. Okay, so now we have added the audio permission right here. And let's check, maybe we have an error right here. So what's going on here? So there's an if missing here, so else if. Okay, and now it is fixed. Now let's run the application and check that it compiles first of all and then runs correctly. So we're now compiling the app and installing it to the emulator, and now the app is running. Okay, so right now I will click on record, and we have an error. Okay, so we have an error. Oh, maybe because we haven't increased the permissions count. So I forgot doing that. So we're gonna change permissions count from 3 to 4 because now we have 4 permissions. Okay, let's check. Let's run it again and check if now the app works. So it's installing the app, and now I will. So the audio permission is asked now. I will allow the audio permission. Now you click on rec, and it should be recording now. So let's see. Let's see, as you can see here, this is the video, and I click on rec again to stop the video, which hopefully will work. Okay, so now to check if it worked or not, I will use a file manager. You can use whatever file manager you want. So I will use this files application, and inside these I will go to our main directory under movies. Under movies, and here I have a video. So I open the video, and let's see if it is the video we recorded previously, and it's not working as expected. So the video is not running very well. Maybe it is because the emulator. So maybe it is not possible to do. It is not possible to do that on the emulator. Just maybe. Okay. So to be sure, let's go again. Let's go back to the app, and let's click on. Let's maybe switch the camera and try to record with the other camera to see if it works. Okay. Let's gonna click on the rec. Still, we can see that there's sort of a lag right here. Okay. So if I click it again, so maybe there's something that is wrong with this recording feature. Something it's not working as expected. So to try to fix this, gonna click on rec again. Okay. It's kind of locked. It's kind of blocking the UI thread. Okay, so we will close all the apps, and I will open the camera again, and now I will switch camera if it works. So switch camera and click on rec, and hopefully it is recording. And now if I click on rec again, hopefully it stopped recording. And now we'll go to our files application, and I will go again to the root directory under movies folder, and as you can see, the video is actually being recorded because we have here another video. So let's see if this time, so as you can see, it is working this time. So here we have the video we recorded previously. Okay, and the previous one. Okay, we also have this other video. So great, it's working. it's working, but sometimes when the app is resumed, there's some bugs. But in general, it's working, which is the important fact. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is actually clear the code a bit, make the code more usable, and all of that. For example, when we are recording, so let's run the app again to check this. So when we are recording, we don't want the other buttons to be available. So if we click on rec, the other buttons should be hidden, right? So let's try to do that. Okay, so right here, let's check how can we accomplish this. Okay. Okay, so on the record, start recording thing right here, what we're gonna do is the following. So when we start recording, we have to hide the other buttons. So the one will be effect button. So effects button, we will set visibility to gone. Okay, so that's the first. The other will be take photo button. Also set visibility to gone. Okay, and what else was? So effects, take photo, and switch camera. So switch camera button that set visibility to gone. Okay, and when we stop the recording, we have to set those buttons back to visible state. So we're going to say effects button that set visibility to visible. Okay, then you're going to say take photo button that set visibility to visible, and we're also gonna say switch camera button that set visibility to visible. So now we're gonna run the app and check that this new feature is working as we expect. So it's being installed, and now let's check if it works. So right now we're here, and I press on rec, then as you can see the other buttons are hidden, and if I press on it again, then the other buttons are shown, which is awesome. Now something else that we want to do is that when we start the rec button, we want to change what the button says. So we're gonna say record video button that set text, and we will say stop rec. Okay, and when we go back to normal state, we're gonna say record video button that set text rec. And now let's run the app again, check if this works as we want. So I've missed a semicolon. Let me see, I have to fix this. Where did I miss it? Okay, right here in stop rec. So semicolon, let's run it again. Okay, compiling, running, installing. Okay, and now let's see what is going on here. If I press on, so let me change this. Okay, if I press on rec, the buttons are hidden. And this says stop rec. So if I press stop rec, the buttons are shown, and this goes back to rec state, which is great, right? So let's check if I can continue to move the camera. Yeah, apparently it's working. Okay, great, which is awesome. So this is for this video. I hope you enjoy it, and the next video we will continue to do some improvements and to the code and UI of our application. I hope you enjoy it, and I see you in the next one. Bye.